Welcome to Let's Go Deep. My name is Molly Abduali, and on this channel we talk about wealth, health and love. But in this series of episodes, I am talking about my journey of becoming a property investor, about different strategies you can also use to generate wealth, and about builders, about difficult neighbors, planning permission, adding value to the property, choosing the right area, mortgages, credit scores, everything will be on this playlist. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe and share with your friends. They might need this information too. In this video, we'll be talking about 10 tips how to achieve and maintain high credit score. Credit score is a numerical representation of your credit worthiness. In other words, it shows bankers and other institutes that might give you a mortgage how good are you at paying your bills and how good will you be at paying your debts. Tip number 1, pay your bills on time. Set up direct debits, and preferably maybe in the beginning of the months, because like closer to the date when you get your income, maybe it's like dividends or salary, so everything gets paid on time without getting missed. Recently I received a call. I put a direct debit and I completely forgot that I don't really monitor my money on that debit card. But then I received a call that I missed a direct debit, and if I miss a second direct debit, it will affect my credit score. I was like, oh my god, no, please don't do that, because it's so frustrating. And I shared about my experience with lower credit scores in the previous videos. Please check them out. So pay your bills on time, very important, very important. Even if you're not planning to get a mortgage this year, it might affect and it will affect your credit score for the next 2-3 years. So be careful, please. Tip number 2, keep your credit utilization low. What I mean by that, so if you have a credit card with like, I don't know, £1,000 allowance, use only 30% of that allowance. It will show your bank that you don't need all the money every month and that you have enough for your daily expenses, that you have enough income. Because sometimes we think that, if they are letting us, why not to use all the amount? But no, it will affect your credit score. Tip number 3, don't close your old credit cards, because the longer you have your credit history, the better. So I decided that I will create open credit cards for my kids as soon as they are eligible, so they can get a mortgage also as soon as possible. Tip number 4, please check your credit report for mistakes. For example, I shared that I had a Vodafone account, I don't know when and if I really created it. I couldn't justify myself with them, but they used to send letters to the address that I had 7 years ago, and obviously I didn't even know that I had that account with them, and obviously I didn't know that I owed them money, but they put my account on default, which affected my credit score badly. So check your credit score, and I will leave couple of links down the video so you can check straight after this video. Tip number 6, avoid applying for credit cards or like loans too often, because it might be a red signal that you are having some financial issues. Like try to keep 6 months in between application, and also when you check your credit score, it doesn't affect your credit records. But if other banks check, it does affect, maybe not hugely, but it does affect your credit score. And especially like if it's a hard check, and if you didn't get the credit card or a loan, it's not a good history for you as well. Tip number 7, build credit responsibly. If you are new to credit, maybe consider starting with a credit builder card. Tip number 8, avoid payday loans. It might be a red flag for the lenders as well, because it will show your financial instability. Tip number 9, keep debt under control. Try to always pay off debt with highest interest and make sure that your debt to income ratio is good enough, because there are lots of people relying on credit cards and maybe spending more than they can really afford it and than their monthly income. So make sure that if you are getting a credit card, it has its purpose, maybe of building a higher credit score to get a mortgage, not just to spend the money for luxuries that maybe you can't afford right now, but consider increasing your income instead. And tip number 10, monitor for fraud. Once somebody bought an iPhone and I ended up paying two much higher bills. And you know what? I noticed that I think after like 6 months, and it took me again months to close this account and to get my money back. So make sure that you check your credit score and you check your direct debit bills as well, as much as possible, as often as possible. Because can you imagine if someone got an iPhone and put a different address, for example, you are not paying for the bill, but your account is on default, and one day you found this dream house, you want to buy it for yourself or invest your money in it to rent it out maybe, and then you find out that you have very low credit score because, not because of you, because of some bad people around there. So be careful and check your credit score. Bye for now, subscribe and leave a comment.